Socrates was a prominent ancient Greek philosopher credited as one of the founders of Western philosophy. He lived in Athens around 470 to 399 BCE and is known for his unique method of inquiry called the Socratic method, which involved asking probing questions to stimulate critical thinking and encourage self-discovery. Socrates' significance lies in his profound influence on the development of philosophical thought, ethics, and the exploration of fundamental questions about life, knowledge, and morality. He challenged conventional beliefs and encouraged a deeper examination of one's beliefs and values, fostering intellectual engagement and personal growth. Despite leaving no written works behind, his ideas were preserved through the writings of his students, especially Plato. Socrates' legacy continues to shape philosophical discourse and education, emphasizing the importance of questioning, self-examination, and the pursuit of truth. Socrates exhibited a strong curiosity and interest in understanding the world around him. He was known for engaging in conversations with a wide range of people, including politicians, artisans, and young men. This habit of questioning and seeking knowledge became a hallmark of his philosophical method. It's believed that Socrates was influenced by the ideas of the pre-Socratic philosopher Anaxagoras. Anaxagoras proposed that the underlying principle of the universe was a concept he called nous, or mind. This idea may have had an impact on Socrates' emphasis on the importance of rational thought and introspection. Socrates was critical of the sophists, who were educators that taught skills in argumentation, rhetoric, and persuasion. He rejected their relativistic approach to truth, and instead sought to discover universal truths through rational dialogue and careful questioning. Socrates' primary interest was in moral and ethical questions. He was deeply concerned with questions about virtue, justice, and the nature of the good life. He believed that the pursuit of knowledge and self-examination was essential for living a virtuous life. Socrates was often seen as skeptical of the traditional Athenian religious beliefs and myths. He encouraged people to critically examine their beliefs and to seek rational justifications for their convictions. Socrates' preferred method of philosophical inquiry was the Socratic method, which involved asking a series of probing questions to help interlocutors uncover their underlying assumptions and arrive at a more refined understanding of a concept or idea. Socrates had a significant impact on the young men of Athens. He would engage them in philosophical discussions, challenging their beliefs and encouraging them to think critically. This influence eventually led to accusations that he was corrupting the youth and undermining the traditional values of Athens. While much of Socrates' early life remains speculative, his emphasis on introspection, critical thinking, and the pursuit of moral understanding has left an enduring legacy in the field of philosophy. Socrates believed that ethics and morality were not just matters of personal opinion or tradition, but could be approached as a form of knowledge. He thought that by engaging in rational dialogue and questioning, individuals could discover objective truths about moral concepts like justice, courage, and virtue. Socrates famously argued that virtue is knowledge. He believed that if people truly understood what was good and right, they would naturally act in virtuous ways. For example, he thought that if someone knew what courage was and why it was valuable, they would act courageously. Socrates' assertion that virtue is knowledge led to what is known as the Socratic paradox, the idea that no one knowingly does evil. In other words, he believed that people who behave immorally do so out of ignorance, or a misunderstanding of what is truly good. Socrates was known for his emphasis on self-examination, often expressed in his famous dictum, "Know thyself." He encouraged individuals to engage in introspection, question their beliefs and values, and strive for a deeper understanding of their own motivations and character. Socrates' preferred method of philosophical inquiry was the Socratic method. Through a series of carefully crafted questions, he aimed to guide his interlocutors to realize the inconsistencies or gaps in their reasoning, leading them to a more refined understanding of ethical concepts. Recognized that people sometimes acted against their better judgment due to weakness of will, a phenomenon known as Socrates. He believed that this was a result of not fully understanding what was truly beneficial. His philosophy aimed to help individuals overcome Socrates by cultivating a better understanding of moral truths. In contrast to the sophists, who promoted relativism, Socrates believed in the existence of objective moral standards. He thought that through rational dialogue, individuals could arrive at shared principles of goodness and justice. Socrates associated virtues like courage and wisdom with an individual's ability to face difficult situations with knowledge and reason. He believed that acting virtuously required intellectual clarity and the ability to overcome fear and desire. Socrates emphasized the importance of detachment from material possessions and bodily pleasures. He believed that true happiness and virtue came from cultivating the soul rather than seeking external rewards. Overall, Socrates' views on ethics, morality, and virtue were characterized by his commitment to intellectual inquiry, his belief in the power of knowledge to guide ethical behavior, and his encouragement of self-awareness and self-improvement. His legacy has had a lasting impact on the development of ethical philosophy, with his ideas influencing subsequent philosophers and shaping discussions on moral thought and conduct. Socrates' trial took place in 399 BCE in Athens, a city renowned for its intellectual and democratic culture. The political and social climate of the time was tense, with Athens having recently experienced political upheaval, including the overthrow of the 30 tyrants. Socrates was brought to trial on charges of impiety, not believing in the gods of the city, and corrupting the youth. The charges were largely prompted by Socrates' unorthodox teaching methods, his critical questioning of traditional beliefs, and his association with some individuals who later became involved in political unrest. Socrates' defense during the trial is famously documented by his student Plato in his dialogue, Apology. Socrates began his defense by acknowledging the rumors and misconceptions about him, emphasizing that his teachings were aimed at promoting wisdom and self-awareness rather than undermining the city's values. He attributed his perceived wisdom to the oracle at Delphi's pronouncement, which claimed that no one was wiser than he. Socrates, however, interpreted this as an acknowledgement of his own ignorance and his unique commitment to seeking truth. Socrates addressed the charges of impiety by asserting his belief in divine beings and their influence on human affairs. He argued that his unconventional approach to religion was driven by his sincere desire to understand and serve the gods. Regarding the charge of corrupting the youth, Socrates argued that he was not intentionally corrupting them, but rather engaging in intellectual conversations that encouraged critical thinking. He believed that engaging in dialogue and questioning was an essential part of education and self-improvement. Socrates critiqued his accusers for valuing material wealth and status over matters of the soul and virtue. He used his defense as an opportunity to question the values of Athenian society and highlight his commitment to ethical and philosophical pursuits. Despite his eloquent defense, Socrates was found guilty by a narrow margin. He was subsequently given the opportunity to propose an alternative punishment to the death penalty. Socrates' response was characteristic of his commitment to his principles. He refused to compromise his philosophy or renounce his teachings, opting not to propose a lesser penalty. In the end, he was sentenced to death by drinking a cup of hemlock, a poisonous substance. Socrates' trial and his resolute defense have become iconic symbols of intellectual independence, moral integrity, and the pursuit of truth. His decision to accept the death penalty rather than abandon his philosophical principles has inspired generations of thinkers, and remains a testament to his enduring influence. Detailing Socrates' trial, charges, and defense provides a window into his character, his unique approach to philosophy, and the challenging dynamics of his relationship with Athenian society. In conclusion, Socrates, the enigmatic philosopher of ancient Athens, left an indelible mark on the history of human thought. His unwavering commitment to questioning, moral integrity, and the pursuit of wisdom has transcended time, reminding us that true understanding emerges not from certainty, but from the courage to explore the depths of uncertainty. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the life and philosophy of Socrates. We hope this exploration has inspired you to engage in your own philosophical inquiries and embrace the timeless wisdom of questioning. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking content on history, philosophy, and the exploration of human knowledge. Until next time, keep questioning, seeking, and growing.